are you? I have a quick love message here for you. The first card coming out is Soulmate. So you have a soulmate that maybe you're not with right now, okay? Because I clarified soulmate and got heartbroken, deeply hurt and sad. So there is a soulmate that if this message is going to resonate with you, there could be heartbreak around this soulmate connection here. There was a time when you were possibly getting to know each other, okay? But then that came to an end. This came to an end. Getting to know each other came to an end. Many of you just figured that this was unrequited love here. But actually what this was unconditional love. I see that spirit separated you. You and this soulmate were separated. We have the card of traveling here. And this is an intuitive card, but what it talks about is a missed opportunity. That you could have felt like you were on a fixed route, that you couldn't change directions, and that something became a missed opportunity. This talks about really wishing that you could have changed the circumstances here. So there's something coming back around, okay? Because we can see that it's like a little figure 8 here, as above, so below. So although you may not have been going in the same direction, there may have been some type of separation. Okay, my apologies. So there could be a distraction. There could be work getting in the way. There could have been some type of, this reading is for somebody where there was a separation. There was a path that each of you needed to travel. And like I said, this is a figure 8. You know, I just was going to say what goes around comes around, but this is as above, so below. So there was something, I'm hearing a kink. There was something that needed to be worked out here. And so the next card was getting to know each other, which was clarified, if you remember, by coffin. Okay, so this came to an end. Getting to know each other came to an end, which was clarified with my intuitive card with map. All right, and this card talks about, could the map be showing you the way to achieve a goal or change direction? Where is your map leading you? So it took each of you on a journey. There was a end of your connection, right? It ended, the coffin here. It says new beginnings, liberation, reborn, and transformation, tragic endings. So there could have been a tragic ending, and you each went in your separate direction here. All right, so it's like Spirit had a roadmap, a predestined destination for each of you. There was something that needed to, the kink had to be worked out. I don't know what this kink is. And then we have unrequited love. So you felt like, okay, well, that was unrequited love, whatever, Spirit, right? That was clarified by blowing kisses. Unconditional love, which is the opposite of unrequited love, giving and receiving, fairness and love, affection returned. Okay, so what you thought was unrequited love here is actually a situation of unconditional love, okay, a coming back together, which was clarified with the castle. Now the castle card is about keeping others out. This is about keeping yourself safe. This is about security, protection. But there's also a danger in keeping others out, because we could be isolating ourselves from other people. And like, this is a dream castle, and this person's in this beautiful castle all by themselves. So there's a time and a place, right? I feel like you each needed a time and a place to pull your energy back, to isolate yourself, to, I don't know, there was something here. Oh, Spirit, let's clarify. Spirit, what is this? Why was there, you know, I feel like the message is that there was some type of kink that needed to be worked out here. But, you know, maybe a lot of you needed to purge, heal, okay? We have the outcome being love yourself first. Before we can pour into another person in a healthy way, we have to love ourselves first here. And this was clarified by the climbing card, the ascension. All right, climbing, overcoming obstacles. Any obstacles that you encounter as you're learning to love yourself, pouring back into yourself, or what you saw within yourself as an obstacle, you're learning to ascend that. So climbing, you know, is something that indicates reaching for success. So there's success in all you do when you love yourself first here. And the love yourself first was clarified by clock, needing time, cycles, take time, time to heal, and progressing. So there was time that was needed to pour into self, to love self, to reach for success within self. Okay, so yeah, there could have been a lot of disruptions, a lot of interference in this connection. And really what I'm feeling is that you or this person could have really not been open to love. They could have needed to do some healing. You could have needed to do some healing to really see the potential. There's something here where it's like you weren't ready to receive what this connection really had to offer. There had to be a clearing away, a healing here, to allow something. Okay, that's what we were going to do. Let's clarify what needed to be cleared away here, Spirit. What was the healing work? What was the separation for in this connection? We have the World. Okay, so something needed to close here. Somebody needed to close something. We have the Knight of Pentacles. So this is somebody that is moving really slow. This is somebody that's learning to listen to their heart, okay? So somebody had to really sow their own oats, sow their own seeds. I feel like somebody needed to go in a different direction to see what they were pursuing, manifesting, creating, right? Maybe this person thought that they were creating something amazing here, okay? And so you had to separate from them because you had a different vision, a different dream, a different direction that the Most High was sending you in. But there had to be some closing of old cycles. There could have been a lot of heavy energy from the past from both of you that you were bringing into this connection. And so it's almost like Spirit needed to pry these old wounds and traumas out of each of your hands so you could rebuild with fresh wood, fresh timber, fresh foundations here, okay? Somebody had to go really try to sow or reap something on their own. Somebody tried to build a new life on their own, and they were really slow going at it. And another person tried to start again, close out the past here. But both of you have this wounded healer energy of having being warriors here, having a lot of heavy life experience, being weighed down. In my mind's eye, I'm seeing like the Ten of Wands here, being weighed down by a lot of traumas, life experiences, loss, heartache, heartbreak, right? Abuse, misuse here. And that caused you to really need to pour back into self, to regroup, to pull all your splintered energy to back, call it all back here, to love yourself, to be a full person, right? To really see the beauty within yourself, okay? To really perceive yourself in a new light. And at the bottom of the deck, we have date. So this person is coming forward here, this soulmate, because they want to start dating, right? To reconnect with you. So let's get some outcome energy on each of these cards here, okay? So let's clarify the soulmate with the heartbroken card here. you know, the traveling. I feel like this is coming back around. There is a mission for the both of you, okay? There's old cycles that have closed out and a new beginning's being offered here. So we have finding. This was traveling, right? And finding. So it's like finding each other again. You're finding each other again after a transformation. And then let's clarify the getting to know each other. What's happening here, Spirit? What's the outcome for the getting to know each other, which was the map card, right? Each of you having a predestined destination that Spirit needed you to take this little journey here in separation from this person. Closure. Wow. There needed to be some type of closure here on past energies. Actually, too, there's like closure in how you knew each other. Like this is old versions of you. So there's closure needed along with that coffin card here. You need to close out the old like preconceptions. You need to let the old preconceptions of this person go. Yeah, there's closure. All right, unrequited love, clarified by unconditional love, giving and receiving, fairness, okay? So what is that, Spirit? Let's clarify unrequited love here. What is the outcome for this energy? Psychic abilities. Wow. This is a very spiritual connection here. Yeah, there's a third eye awakening going on in the crown chakra for the both of you. Something very significant about speaking your truth to this situation. Yeah, both of you are highly intuitive here. Spirit really needed to do some work on both of you, and that's why this separation had to take place. There was old cycles and traumas that needed to be closed here, and I was just clarifying the psychic abilities. Look what came out. Soulmate. This is your soulmate. Soul connection, partnership, soul contract, life partner. This is your soulmate. This unrequited love is unconditional love. This is just somebody or you that was blocking out this connection. You were protecting yourself. You intuitively knew that this was your person. And now this is being clarified by soulmate. This is your soulmate. You have to close out the old versions of self to open up to the soulmate connection. All right. I feel like this is like a multifaceted connection where you are, and this person is the wounded healer. You're mirroring each other's energy, even through the heartbreak, the separation, and healing, moving towards healing here. And now that you've done that, you're able to receive the soulmate love. You're able to connect that soulmate tie in a healthy way. So the circuits are firing perfectly. I feel like before, your connection, like almost like, you know, pathways in the brain, they weren't firing correctly. There was no cohesion in your connection here. And now there's a cohesion because you've purged old traumas, old hurts, old wounds, and you're ready to receive this soulmate connection. Let's clarify the outcome for love yourself first, Spirit, with the clock needing time. Yeah, there was time that was needed to ascend, to heal, to move towards success, to resolve wounds within our own energy here. And we have transformation and fertility. All right, love yourself first. You went through a transformation in loving yourself, okay? Loving yourself brought you through a transformation, which makes this connection fertile here. This is birthing a new connection, and she's in red. This is passion, stability, love here. Because you each love yourself first, and you're able to pour into self and then you're able to give healthy to another person here. Yeah, look, this came out too, grieving. So you could have been grieving this connection, but the major thing here is that you went through a transformation. Maybe many of you were grieving, you know, the way that your connection was, missing each other. There's something about grieving the old, but there's no time for that. Okay, there's no time for that. Wow. All right, let's see let's see what the outcome energy is here. I feel like there's something really spiritually deep here. There's some type of activation that is happening here for the both of you. It's a connecting activation. It's a synchronistic activation, a dual activation. Okay, something significant about duo push. Maybe that's a platform or something that you use here. But there's something significant. If you do use duo push, pay attention to the numbers that it gives you when you're getting a notification. Okay, there could be something in that. Nurturing. There's an activation of nurturing. This is a soul star activation. This is making your way in the world, having impact on the world, having an impact on each other through nurturing. Okay, this is a number 3. So this, I'm getting a lot of messages. This could have to do with a Gemini, but this is about having a choice in love, having communication coming forward regarding a nurturing connection here. This is also about alignment. Father, Son, Holy Spirit, mind, body, soul, being in connection with your true self, being aligned with the soulmate energy, okay? You're both warriors, like I said. You're both very fierce here. Yeah, so there's an activation of nurturing, of the soul star activation here. There's a protection energy. It's like this person wants to be your protector. They want to nurture you, okay? And we have communication. See, I knew it. I called it. Communications coming in. You and this person could have very deep telepathic connections here. You could astral travel. See this person in your dreams. This is a number 21. This is a number 3, which is coming back to this nurturing card. Okay, there is a lot of nurturing within this connection. I mean, there's nurturing communication, nurturing connection. Look at that. You have a deep soulmate connection with this person. This is really deep. This is truth. This is clarity. This is nurturing. This is gentle love. This is loving and nurturing each other, pouring into each other, because you've been on this journey of separation from this soulmate. Okay, you need to get to know each other all over again. You need to be open to the love that is wanting to come into your life. It's going to nurture you. That's amazing. That's, again, alignment. You're aligned with this. Number 3, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, mind, body, soul, communication here. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. So there's an activation in the throat chakra to speak truth. There's an activation in the soul star chakra to bring and walk truth here. Okay. What else? Oh my God. Final card, peace, number 31. This is peace. This is the lotus blossom, which they grow out of the muck, the mud. You would never expect something so beautiful and magical to grow out of the mud, okay? I feel like this is speaking to your connection. I feel like this is speaking to your connection. It's been through a lot. You've been through a lot. And it's time for you to receive the energy of nurturing here, to be nurtured, to have gentle love, to step into this soulmate connection here. This is beautiful. All right, so let's see. Let's clarify a little bit here. Spirit, tell us more about this soulmate. What else do we need to know about this soulmate? This person could be an earth sign, okay? This could be a Capricorn, Virgo, or a Taurus. This is somebody that wants to bring balance in. There's a lot of balance that's going to be coming into your connection. I feel like your life is getting ready to change significantly. You are this Queen of Pentacles, okay? I feel like you're going to be sitting in your truth, and you are going to be honoring yourself and your truth here. And there is a lot of abundance that's coming into your life for reconnecting with this soulmate here. It's honoring the connection, honoring the truth, bringing balance back into your life here with this brand new, this is like a brand new beginning. All right, the Ace of Wands, a passionate new beginning, a change, a manifestation here. This could be a Aries, Leo, Sag that you are dealing with, but this is a lot of passion. All right. Oh, that's a new beginning. And number one, I'm going to leave it right there. I'm going to leave it right there. You have a new beginning coming in with a lot of balance with this soulmate. Okay. This is beautiful energy. Congratulations.